Hi, my name is EJ Massa. It feels like the end of an era, doesn't it? And I'm not just talking about Game of Thrones. And let's face it, if you're a pop culture junkie, the next few weeks will be crazy. With Game of Thrones, Detective Pikachu, Shazam was a few weeks ago, and Avengers Endgame. Lots of endings and new beginnings. With the endings particularly feeling pronounced with this current chapter of the Avengers coming to a close, and of course, what could be considered the big final bang of peak TV. A lineage from Sopranos to Lost to Breaking Bad to Game of Thrones. The reign of appointment prestige shows might be coming to an end, or at least changing forms, with Disney entering the streaming game with Disney+. Media is ever changing, and it feels like we're in a great transition. After Game of Thrones, who knows if there'll be a big smash hit like it. Sure, there'll be Game of Thrones spin-offs, but I have a feeling they won't hit in the same way. Hell, look at Breaking Bad spin-off Better Call Saul, which many people consider to be better than Breaking Bad, but didn't hit in quite the same way. So the series is coming to an end. And this episode, Winterfell, is the beginning of that end. Oh, a new intro. I'm triggered. Things are different. I'm scared. It's very interior focused, reaching into the depths of Winterfell and King's Landing, which perhaps signals that the story will be focused on these two Westeros locations. No more Essos. Essos was boring and bad. No more Dorne. Dorne was dumb and bad. The show is basically saying, we're only gonna give you the places you like. Please love us. The Unsullied are marching to Winterfell. Good thing they're castrated. They don't have to worry about shrinkage. Tyrion says,
"At least your balls won't freeze off."
Wait, Tyrion, I just made a castration joke. It's very rude to steal jokes.
Because I have balls. And you don't.
Did you guys forget that this is an Emmy-winning show? It's an Emmy-winning show. It is good. Arya gets to see Jon for the first time since Season 1. The Hound for the first time since Season 4. And Gendry for the first time since Season 3. She gets to see all her boys. All her boys in a row. But that's not all. Maisie Williams and Sophie Turner do the seeing a dragon for the first time face. It's really every actor's goal to get the chance to do the seeing a dragon for the first time face. Ooh, I want to do it. Let me practice for when I see a dragon for the first time. It's pretty much the opposite face of when Winterfell residents see brown people. Jon reunites with Bran.
You're a man.
Almost.
Oh, so you're weird now. Cool. Sansa greets Dany by saying,
Winterfell is yours, your grace.
Oh shit, that's a callback, son. That's a callback to Season 1, when Ned says to Bobby B,
Your grace, Winterfell is yours.
this is the same show you guys see. It's totally not a soulless shell of what it once was. All the banners are called. This boy is sent to get some troops. Which is a great idea. I often tell boys to find me soldiers. Every boy I see, I yell at them, boy, find me some troops. But they never return. I never see them again. Lyanna Mormont speaks up and calls Jon a beta soy boy, which is probably the most frightening and worst thing that can ever happen to you, to be berated by Lyanna Mormont. You so beta, Jon. Everyone agrees. Tyrion tries to smooth things over by saying, don't worry, calm down. An army of people you hate are coming to help us. They do not calm down. Tyrion is shocked Pikachu. Sansa smartly sides with Lyanna Mormont because she is smart. She says we don't have food for all the dumb people we hate, thus starting the tension plotline with our friends in the north. Can't just have them all work together nicely and accomplish the goal. Where's the drama in that? Actually, the drama makes sense. Last season with Arya and Sansa, that felt forced. This is more organic. You know, an outside queen is coming in, telling Sansa what to do. It makes sense. Gendry is playing with some rocks.
Now, they're minerals! Jesus, Maria!
Tyrion meets Sansa. Sup, old wife? Remember when Joffrey died and everyone blamed you? That was funny. So you're trusting Cersei now? Oh, I see. The writers have given up on you. I'm the smartest one in the show now. It's me. Arya meets Jon in the Godswood. Hey, you Jesus. Yep. Awesome. Then they touch each other's swords, as family members do. And, this is just a great moment. Melts my dead heart. Years in the making, and it feels genuine, even if brief. Qyburn tells Cersei that the dead have broken through the wall, and Cersei's pleased that they finally got here after 8 seasons. They did it. Euron twirls his mustache and talks about fucking the queen. These are the things he does. I used to think this guy was kind of fun, but he's proven himself to be a paper-thin character. Moving on. New character alert, and he has a name that is probably the most fantasy-sounding name on the show. Harry Strickland. Will you sell me elephants, Harry? I just sell propane and propane accessories. Look, Cersei's disappointed she ain't getting her elephants. I'm disappointed too. I'm not gonna get my pale spiders as big as hounds. Euron is looking to bone. Can we bone? No boning. Please boning? Do you think you can handle these shoulder pads? Lady, I grew up in the 80s. I can't get hard unless there's shoulder pads involved. Here's Bronn. He's making sure we see the titties this season. Thank you, Bronn. Everybody, thank Bronn. That's enough sexposition. Our quota has been met. Would you like to kill all your friends? I'd have to think about it. I will kill all my friends. Seriously, I'm sick of Euron. He's gross now. I'm done with him. I'm done with you, Euron. Go away. Boat. It's a cool boat. Glad there's enough budget for cool boats. No elephants, though. But we got a boat. Theon saves Yara, and apparently there's a shower on that cool boat, because in the next scene, she's not completely filthy. Theon wants to fight with the Starks, and then they recite slogans, and you know, these Greyjoys, they're not very interesting. Dany and Jon go to see the dragons. They're eating goats, but not enough goats, so I guess it's time to ride some dragons. But Jon is hesitant.
I don't know how to ride a dragon.
Nobody does, until they ride a dragon.
Then there's an obligatory dragon flight. Obligatory. Gotta check that off the list for this episode. This is so when Jon rides into battle in a few episodes, he looks like a badass, and it isn't weird. So we get him being clumsy on a dragon out of the way, cram it in here. They have a date by a waterfall and make out. Don't mind me. You can keep kissing. I'm not even here. Mind if I call you daddy? Ooh, I could also call you cousin. Gendry smithed an axe for the Hound, and the Hound thanks him by saying,
You know who makes weapons for the wildlings? Cripples and cocksuckers.
I'm glad that they kept the Hound's progressive dialogue. Arya gets to meet with all her boys. The Hound is proud that Arya grew up into a fine murder lady, and then Arya turns in all her quest items so that she can get her ultimate weapon. She hands Gendry the jagged diamond dagger, the Khazak quill, and the general's pouch. She receives experience points, and her epic quest is over. She will receive her item soon. Sansa and Jon are fighting. I love Dany. I hate Dany. I love not being king. I hate that you aren't king. I love lemon cakes. I hate lemon. Oh, I almost got you. Yes, you did. Because I fucking love lemon cakes. Dany and Jorah thank Sam for curing Jorah's grayscale. No thanks is needed. I'm just glad I can get back to my dear old dad. Sure, we've had our differences, but I think that we burned him. Right, well, I guess I can see my brother. We had a troublesome childhood together, but at least I can go and throw back a few natty ice. Yeah, he got burned too. Oh, not to worry, my family dog will still be waiting. Sam, the dog was there too. Oh, god damn it. Please comfort me, robot boy. No, we have to tell Jon he's boning his aunt now. Oh, this just keeps getting worse and worse. Sam meets Jon in the crypt. Jon, I have something to tell you. You're actually an egg. No, Sam, that can't be. You are an egg, Jon, who is also the king. There's no way that's true, Sam. Also, you're boning your aunt. It's treason, Sam, it's treason. Suddenly, we're in the next prequel movie for The Thing. He's got blue eyes. I have contacts, you know this. I need them to see and be handsome. They find that Umber Boy has been used in a White Walker art installation. An art installation that of course screams, which is a metaphor for the tyranny of the patriarchy, obviously, but Beric doesn't understand art. He burns it. I quite enjoyed this scene, and not just because a boy burned to death, but because Game of Thrones can just switch genres so easily, like right into horror. In fact, that's how this whole thing got started, right? With that creepy horror scene with the little girl. Beautiful. A mysterious man rides in. Who could have... It's Jaime. And it looks like the makeup people have completely given up on dyeing these Lannister boys' hair. In fact, it looks basically black now. And the first thing Jaime sees is Bran. Hi. You know, since there's only 6 episodes left, I thought they'd all be barn burners, but nope, this is a quintessential first episode. table setting. They had good moments like Arya and Jon's reunion, Sam and Jon's reunion. In fact, there's lots of reunions crammed into this episode, and it makes sense because 90% of the characters are in Winterfell. Each scene was short and very economical. Didn't waste your time. Fitting in all these reunions is a difficult task to undertake, and I'm not sure if it was entirely successful. But to be fair, I think it's a wise move. Since it's been over a year since we've seen these characters, it's probably good to ease into the season. Even though I complained incessantly about all the plot lines in Dorne and Essos, being confined to only 2 locations felt a little claustrophobic. Which does make sense, it is winter, and all these guys gotta stay indoors. They better be careful, because they might get the flu. I hate winter. The success of this episode really depends on the next episode, because how good is a table setting if the meal ain't good? And so I hope the next meal is ribs, because I will eat that meal. I will eat it forever. Until next time, bye!